So breaking news out of Vancouver, British Columbia, Vancouver police forcefully arrest youths at Robson Square for having a pocket knife. And that's right, not only forcefully arresting them, actually like choking them too. Alright, so this news article states that 3 people were actually restrained and the police used questionable force. The police arrived around Robson Square at 8:30 p.m. They saw young people drinking alcohol, asked them to dispose of it, and they ended up getting physical with the police. One of the person was actually arrested and taken to jail because he was in possession of a pocket knife, which he has a court order stating that he is not allowed to have. So that's the reason why he was arrested. So let's watch this clip, and just mind you, it might be disturbing to some viewers.
Yo, that shit hurts, bro. Chill out.
Dude, are you not allowed to carry a knife? With knife laws, he doesn't have it out. You can have it for the section.
That's
Your
like
man right there is pushing skateboarding. He's what the fuck's going on?
That's the thing. In Canada, you are legally allowed to carry a knife, a machete, a sword, whatever. Anything under 6 inches, you're allowed to carry in your pocket concealed. Anything that's over 6 inches, you have to actually present. So if you're carrying a machete or a ninja sword, as long as it's presentable on your back or on the side of your hip and not unsheathed, you're legally allowed to carry it.
No, let his fucking arm down.
Fuck!
Bro, what fucking arm?
No, bro,
Yo, what the fuck are you
what are you doing? Yo, dude, what the fuck?
Why the fuck are you arresting him?
Fuck you!
And that's the thing, is that if you have actually a court order or probation stating that you're not allowed to carry weapons, they will take that seriously. If you have a weapon, they're going to arrest you and throw you to jail. It's part of your probation, court order. And that's the thing too, I noticed in this video, is that the kids end up getting really hostile really quick, as well as nobody's wearing masks and nobody's keeping their 6 feet social distancing.
Fucking numbers so I can report you. Fuck you. I'll fucking smack the shit out of you on the street. Fuck you.
I'm not going over there until you
I'm gonna catch you laughing.
And in all honesty, if they were drinking in public with alcohol and they're all underage minors, the police could have arrested all of them, so they're actually lucky.
He's fucking beating the shit out of this kid for no fucking reason.
Why did you arrest him? Technically, you have to.
What the fuck is this guy doing? He's just holding a kid.
Yeah, he wasn't really beating him up, he was just holding him there. It looks like maybe he was trying to get sick or they were just having a conversation.
Why are you arresting him then? You can't do that without charging him.
Off the street.
Bro, I'm off the fucking street. Why are you fucking
Alright, I don't know the whole story, but like the thing is if he did have a court order for not carrying weapons, that's the reason for his arrest. Also, if they're out in public drinking and they're underage, like wouldn't they like be acting a little bit more like thanks cops for like not arresting us? Like that's just doesn't make any sense in my mind.
Just don't touch me.
You can film on the curb.
No, I can't.
He looks like he's on fucking steroids. You fucking goof.
Why are you arresting him? You haven't said
You're fucking worthless.
Stand up on
Don't
the
touch
curb.
me, you fucking goof.
Up on the
Fucking
curb.
Corona, you get the fuck back.
Yeah, I'm surprised none of the cops are wearing like full face masks or anything, and like it's so stupid.
Touch me. What are you fucking touching me for, dude? What the fuck is going on?
Why are you arresting this kid?
What the fuck are you doing? Why are you? What the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Yo.
Alright, that's a little extreme in my mind, but at the same time, that kid's actually lucky he didn't get arrested prior. He's threatening the cops, he's spitting at the cops, he's being very verbally abusive. Like they gave him so many times just to calm down, but obviously he's under the influence or just very upset and just can't keep his cool.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? You're fucking up a girl.
Get the fuck off.
What?
You're grabbing her by the throat.
Whoa, okay, now that's extreme. I'm not sure what happened off in the corner between that officer and that girl, but for him to like grab her and throw her down like that, for one, she's lucky she didn't smack her head on the back of that curb.
Whoa, dude, what the fuck?
What the fuck? You're
And two, look at how he just like grabs her and like pins her down, and she's just like, look, I'm not doing anything, and he's like grabbing her by the throat. Like, what a complete tool.
fucking up a girl.
Get the fuck off.
What?
Like that cop right there definitely needs to lose his job, like, and be charged. Like that's just horse crap. And like honestly, in my mind, like we got like cops gotta stop like, you know, being able to get away with things and just getting like suspended with pay and no charge. Like, you know, anybody else that has a job, no matter where else in the world, if they do anything illegal or do anything, they're being charged criminally. It shouldn't be any different if you're a cop, a security guard, and it just should, a McDonald's employee. It shouldn't matter. Everybody should be treated and charged and equally in the court of law and like the laws and stuff.
What the fuck are you doing?
You're a piece of shit! What the fuck?
The cop claims that apparently she pushed him, and that's the reason why he reacted. That's the thing, though, is that cops will actually walk towards you and actually say, back up, don't approach me. And you'll just stand there, and once they actually get it close enough to you, and you like actually like to go to defend yourself, they'll actually attack you, but justify it by defending because you're actually pushing them, but they're approaching your bubble. Like, it just doesn't make any sense, but it's just one of their tactics, and you got to be careful of that.
Fuck this shit! You're a piece of shit!
You guys are disgusting!
What do you
What
need?
the fuck is your problem? What is your problem, man? What is your problem?
Wow, I can't believe he actually pulled out a can of pepper spray and like shook it to like, intimidate, to be like, hey, back up or I'm gonna spray you.
Tell me right now. Tell me 5 reasons.
Guys are attacking little girls and little boys who are 15 years old.
And that's the problem, is other people end up seeing it and then they end up getting involved and recording, and then they don't know the whole story, and they just see police arresting these kids and they're like, F the police, because like, yeah, F the police for like doing that and acting like that. But at the same time, there's a whole other story that a kid had a court order for not carrying weapons and he had a weapon. Also, they're underage kids drinking in public and they just told them to dispose of the alcohol and they should have just left, but no, they ended up causing a big scene. Like, it's just shame on the kids and shame on the police. It's both sides are responsible.
Look at this. How many cops is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Over 10 fucking cops. Just to take down a 16-year-old who had a tiny ass knife pocket.
Exactly, a tiny ass knife pocket. But that's the thing, is that if you have a court order stating you're not allowed to carry a weapon, you're not allowed to carry a weapon regardless of what it is.
I have it on fucking camera. She's a little girl. She's a little fucking girl.
Fuck all of you.
Why the fuck do you need to choke a 16-year-old? This is why there's fucking fuck the police.
That's the thing, is like, that's so excessive. Like, I don't understand why police need to be so excessive with force. It's like abuse of power, and they just like, they know they can get away with it, so they like do these things. I've dealt with some really nice officers, mind you, that don't use force or use their fists or anything like that. They just, they use their words and they can talk out of it. But at the same time, look at how the kids were acting. They were being very verbally abusive, threatening them, getting in their face, pushing them, spitting, and at some point the police are going to have their breaking point, but it's just, there's a fine line. Like I said, both parties are responsible, and the police were responding to kids that were underage drinking in public, and if somebody did have a knife, a weapon, and they weren't supposed to have it. I don't know, this is a toughie, and like I said, I think both parties are held responsible, but at the end of the day, if this is the actual story, that the kid had weapon charges, like a probation court order, and he wasn't supposed to have weapons on him, then they're automatically going to arrest him because he's breach of that court order. And also, like, when I was growing up, and if I was like underage, hypothetically, drinking or doing anything at a park or publicly, and cops showed up and told us to like dump it or give it to them and then leave, that's what we did. We gave it to them and we dumped it, or when we left, we didn't like argue with them or fight with them. And if like one of my buddies, let's just say hypothetically, had a warrant for his arrest, or even myself had a warrant for my arrest, I don't expect my friends, or my friends wouldn't expect me to fight the cops to prevent them from doing their legal job because they have a warrant or anything. It's not like they're not doing their job. It's not like they were justified. But the thing is that they did use excessive force, and it did get out of hand. But like I said, both parties are held responsible. And at the end of the day, the cops ended up letting the 2 people go. They only ended up bringing the one guy to jail, the one that had the breach of the weapon. And in all reality, when the cops showed up, they could have arrested everybody, charged everybody. They still could have arrested everybody, still can charge everybody. But it seems like they're not going to, because they were just doing their job on that one guy, and it just got out of hand. And now people are posting on social media. Even my old man was like, did you see that video where the police were beating them for no reason? And I was like, there was a reason for it, and I explained it to him, and he's like, oh, I didn't even know about the weapon and the alcohol drinking. So there's always more to the story, and there's always 2 sides of the story, and then there's in between, and there's the truth. So I just thought I'd share that with you, in my opinion, as well. So I hope this video can be educational for all of you. Basically, yeah, there's always more to the story, and it's pretty crazy that it actually exceeded and actually got to that point. But anyways, you all know what to do. Comment down below with your thoughts and opinions. Like this video, share it with your friends and family so they know actually what happened, as well as click that subscribe button for more. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay safe. God bless you all, and take care. Peace out.